This is Drop Tent Media Network.
High IQ basketball with Brian Isley and Raymond Byrd. What's going on, bro?
I'm gonna go for like a quadruple double. I'm playing the game.
And welcome to another edition of High IQ basketball with Brian Isley and Raymond Byrd. I'm Brian Isley. That's Raymond Byrd. Neil's in the building. Rand is here again.
We here. Red Cup ran.
Red Cup Rand.
Red Cup ran. We the Red Cup boys. They
Apparently, they've been drinking before I pulled up. It's a lot of wild shit going on, but we're going to try to have an actual show today. We're going to get into quarter number one. Quarter number one is, we're going to talk about the predictions and expectations after the All-Star break. I believe we have 25, 26 games left until the playoffs begin. We'll start with Red Cup Rand. What do you expect going into April, May, and June?
I expect the same shit we've seen all year.
Which is?
The Lakers are going to continue to be ass. Golden State is going to struggle to get into the play-in. Minnesota and OKC going to continue to do what they doing.
Is that real?
It's regular season real.
Okay. Very good answer.
They are regular season legit. Are they going to win a 7-game series worth against any of those dogs? No. But the Lakers and Golden State are not one of those dogs. I got the Clippers coming out the West. Clippers or Denver. Clippers or Denver. That's going to be a 7-game series. One of those two are going to win. East, I don't think anyone is even sniffing the Celtics.
At all.
At all. I don't even think it's even a commentator. Everybody all excited about the Knicks. I like this Knicks. It's a good story. It's good for the NBA to see the Knicks be good.
They play tonight.
The Knicks ain't doing shit.
They play Boston tonight.
Knicks missing a lot of people.
They hurt. Yeah, they hurt.
Right.
If they were healthy and if the Sixers were healthy, I think they make it very interesting. Do I think they will be close to the favorites? No. Okay. I think Boston is far superior to every team in the East. I think the Clippers and Denver are impossible to beat in the 7-game series for any team in the West.
But they're both in the West, so one of them got to beat each other.
I know. I mean, I said the Clippers last time I was here. I'm going to stick with the Clippers. But, man, when Jokic is going 12 for 12, 15 rebounds, 13 assists.
He's shooting 100% from the
that
field.
Shit is crazy.
Double. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Wild efficient.
And he can do that whenever he wants. So it's like, all right, y'all talking all this shit. We want to, we've been them guys. We'll get into the playoffs. Let's see if the Clippers can beat us. The Clippers aren't proven in the playoffs. But, man, the Clippers look tough, man. They deep. They long, no pause. They got, listen, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I got the Clippers in Boston. Clippers in Boston.
Just being blatantly
no pause.
Out of pocket.
We not pausing shit today.
We them no pause. I'm pausing that.
We them no pause.
I'm pausing no pause.
No, let's not pause. Where did pause?
I'm going to pause.
Let's talk about where did this pause shit start from?
Let me tell you,
what?
Pause culture started. The first time I heard pause was 1996.
It was at Dipset.
96.
Reasonable Doubt. Listen. Listen to Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah. He said pause.
He said pause.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no pause.
At the end of Coming of Age, the remix with
classic.
At the end.
That's a classic.
All my who say pause when they say some fucked up shit.
Wow. Maybe it just made its way up here.
It's 30 years old. So it's not new.
It's not new at all. But we not pausing shit today. We going all the way. Raw doggy. No pause. They're long, they're strong, they're tall, and they can just do whatever with
them.
They're long, they're tall, they're strong, and they can do whatever with them boys that they want. Clippers, man, no pause.
What the fuck?
Clippers, man, no pause, bro. Clippers, no pause.
Whatever with them boys.
Clippers, they can do whatever. They can violate them boys. They can violate Denver if they wanted to. No pause. Violate Joker.
They can do whatever.
You got a bunch of Django's on the Clippers, bro. Long, strong, athletic Afrikaners, man.
Oh my God.
Ray,
what you think, man? What's going on?
I disagree about the Lakers and Golden State.
Here we go.
I feel like if they both get in, say they get in the playoffs, right? They both 7, 8 seeds. they're gonna be tough to deal with. I think I like OKC. I like Minnesota. I think we remember last time you was on.
Yeah.
We both like what they got going forward.
Yeah.
But I think if they were to match up with either one of those teams, either one of them can go home. It's going to be a tough 7-game series. Either one of them go home. They're inexperienced. Golden State is experienced. Lakers are experienced. I think the Lakers are still built for the playoffs. I think if they get in, they're going to be a very tough out. I can see both of those teams going home in the first round, having great regular seasons and then going home early.
Can I interject, please?
Absolutely.
Golden State doesn't have enough size to deal with the Timberwolves. And I don't even like the Timberwolves like that.
I don't like their size.
They're too big.
Last
Golden
time
State.
Golden State was in the playoffs and they faced Denver, right? This is Denver before Denver turns into this monster,
remember.
right? They got Joker, the best big.
Yeah.
They ran him out the gym.
Yes.
And that's the same thing that Gobert. I remember last time
Yes.
Gobert, when they still had Donovan. This is when he was in Utah with Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
They were playing against the Clippers. They was up 2-0.
Yep.
And the Clippers made one adjustment. We're going to go small. We're not going to match up with Gobert at all.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Gobert's on the floor, on the bench, playing 20 minutes a game because they couldn't play him. And that's what'll happen. We'll force one of your bigs off the floor and we'll force Cat to play the 5, which you will no longer have any rim protection and we'll eat you alive.
I don't know if Golden State has the shooting to do that anymore. I think that strategy works with old Golden State. They don't have the shooting. They can't spread the floor like they once could.
I think they spread.
They
I think
can't.
they start. I think Golden
I
State is
agree.
starting to turn into form.
Yeah.
They're not looking.
I
don't
like
look
Golden
at,
State.
They're not old dominant Golden State, but they are starting to play.
I like
well.
the way that Golden State is playing, but they definitely don't have the 3-point firepower that they once did.
I think
they
they
don't.
have as much as most teams. I don't think they had what they had
Yeah.
compared to Golden State. We know they don't
Yeah.
have that, but they still have capable. You still got to stay attached to Clay. Clay's struggling. You still need to stay attached to him. They got adequate enough shooting, and you still got
But who
the
else-
marksman of all marksmen, and
Who
Steph.
else- but that's all you got now, bro. Like
And Steph
Wiggins
is-
is shooting like shit. The Russian dude that's starting now can't shoot. He can hoop though. He's a hooper. What's his name? Podanovich or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Dude
yeah,
that's starting
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
a hooper, but he's not a shooter. Kaminga's not a shooter. Moody's not a shooter. Moody's in, I think, Detroit now, right? But they can't shoot. Like they don't have Poole and these guys coming off the bench that could shoot the way they like. Steph is looking ungodly right now.
You tell me I got Golden State, Minnesota, Golden State, OKC in the first round.
I think-
I'm not surprised
Yo.
if Golden State knocks either one of them off.
Right.
In the
I think
series.
Golden State OKC is a better matchup for Golden State. I think Minnesota, the Lakers is a better matchup for the Lakers.
I think
from a
Lakers
size
match
perspective.
up with either one.
I
of them.
think the Lakers struggle with,
I think
with OKC.
I think
the
Minnesota would give.
athleticism.
I think Minnesota would give the Lakers more problems because they actually got size to
Yeah.
match up with AD.
Yeah.
But I like Lakers, Golden State, and either one of those
Who do
series.
you
I
like in
think
the finals? Because you know you're not picking the Lakers or Golden
to
State.
get to the chip, if Denver is got the higher seed over the Clippers, I'm taking Denver because I think it goes 7,
Okay.
and I think Denver. We got Joker and y'all don't. And I think the Clippers will eventually have to go small because you're not going to try to match up with Zubac against Joker because Joker still going to kill
Well,
him.
they got Zubac, Plumlee, and
You're not going to
Bane.
try to
Baines.
match him up. You're going to try to go small. They're going to try to do what Golden State did against them. They're going to try to go small and put shooting all over the floor and try to get Joker to running around all crazy because we can't stop you anyway. So that's our only way to stop you. I got Denver versus Milwaukee in the finals.
I'm
No
pulling a
more
whistle. I'm pulling a whistle. I'm pulling a ref whistle.
Yeah, no more thug
Brian.
passion for him.
Yeah.
No more thug passion for him. No more. He
Yeah,
said
he,
the Bucks.
Hold on. I know why Neil's pulling the whistle.
Yeah.
And I talked to Ray about this morning. They don't. He never shuts the fuck up. So Neil got to pull the whistle sometimes. Sometimes he thinks it's a one-man goddamn show. Slap the
He was
shit.
Stephen A. Ray.
This guy be like, oh, wait a second. The last episode we had a guest, we had Nick on the show. He gonna tell me
Nick was
yeah,
ass too.
Yeah, yeah, hold on.
Nick was ass, bro. I watched it. Nick was ass.
Nick
He
is
gonna say,
Nick was ass.
Nick is very knowledgeable.
Nick, I fuck with you. We in the same group chat. Yo, Nick, you was ass, my bro.
Nick is very knowledgeable.
Hold
I'm
on,
here to
hold on.
restore order. You was ass, bro. I
Hold on.
love you though.
Hold on.
But
He gonna look at me in my face and say, yeah, I think I held back a bit. So you and Nick can go at. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You talked for 45 minutes and Nick talked for 35. What are you talking about?
Listen, man, what you say all the time? JanSport, I got to carry you, man.
That's not true at all.
He carries shit. Is that what he's saying?
That's what he's saying.
Well, go ahead. What's your take? Go ahead.
Nah, I got to shut up and get my
take. What's your take? You got 3 minutes.
See how
Talk. Now you want to drink. Now you want to drink.
Get that passion.
3 out of... Hold on. You heard what he told me?
I heard.
I got 3 minutes out of 12.
Yeah.
Some bullshit. But anyway, like I said before, the Lakers are built for the play-in and the playoffs. They got the size. They got they lock in defensively, as we saw in the NCAA tournament. I know a lot of you jerks out there think that really doesn't mean anything, but what it showed me is that when it's time to get after it, they really get after
Agreed.
it. And they turn into dogs. You said the Lakers aren't dogs. I saw that for 7 straight in-season tournament games that they are dogs. When there's a goal and there's a means to an end, they get after it and they win. And I believe that with that dog mentality, and I believe that they are cohesive defensively. AD is a monster. I think he should be defensive player of the year.
Not even a question.
For real. And if they had a better record, as I said before, he'd be an MVP consideration.
Yep.
I think the Lakers, once they decide to turn it on, and it's not just because I'm a fan. I saw it last year.
Yeah.
They coast, they struggle, whatever, the entire regular season, got in the playoffs, was a whole problem. Totally different team. I believe that they'll be the same way because they got Bron and they got AD. And no matter what you do, you really can't account for those two guys.
Can I ask 2 questions?
What's that?
Or ask a question and then, well, matter of fact, not even ask a question. Can I make 2 statements?
Go ahead.
Right now, and I don't think where they are now is where they're going to end the season. So be clear. I think the Lakers will do better these last 25 games. I want to start there.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, as what we see right now, they would have to beat the Warriors and the Suns to get into the playoffs.
I think they can
beat Steph and KD.
Listen, they beat Ja. They beat Memphis last year, and they beat.
We talking about Wardell and Naughty Dome. They got to beat Wardell and Naughty Dome to get in.
Naughty Dome ain't like that as the guy. We've seen that. His track record as the guy is nothing to write home about.
I think
when he is the guy, he loses.
I think the only team that the Lakers can beat right now in a 7-game series in the West, the only team that they can beat that I would pick them is the Pelicans. That's it.
Wow.
Pelicans I think they are a threat in the West.
A threat to do what?
I don't. I think
they're a threat to go home the first or second round.
Listen, if they get matched up, like I think, first of all, who are your picks, mate? Yeah. You still ain't made your picks.
Yeah. Who are my picks? Because y'all keep interrupting me, motherfucker.
We're sorry. We know your time.
I'm sorry. My picks. You want picks? Western Conference Finals picks? Eastern Conference?
Right.
Okay. Like I said, Lakers, Denver.
In the Western Finals?
Again, in the Western Finals.
Okay, can we
and
can we make a bet
see
right
what
now?
I mean?
No, I'm sorry. Can we make a bet? If they do not make the Western Conference Finals, you have to take 3 double shots back to back to back.
Man, I do that.
You don't do that. That's not the life you live. That's not the life you live. That's not the life you live. I want 3 double shots. I'm going to bring in the shot glasses.
I go on my hand.
We're going to do it on camera. No, we're going to do it on camera. If they don't make the finals, Neil.
Oh, wait. Hold.
If they don't make the Western Conference Finals,
wait.
3 double shots of my choosing.
Wait. We ain't doing shit. This guy said we're going to do it on camera.
On the show.
What's your picks?
On the show.
How can I get my picks?
What's your picks?
Denver
Lakers.
Denver Lakers. Celtics, Bucks, and Celtics, Lakers in the finals.
Wow. Yo, I'm a Brian. Jeez.
What?
Jeez, man. God damn.
I think here's what we should do. Quarter 2, definitely a response from you two. Right? First off, and then get into the next ones. Does that make sense?
Ahead. They were going to do it anyway.
Is that the end of the first quarter?
Yeah, it's the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it's the end of the first. It goes quick when you run in your mouth.
That's crazy.
Don't it?
Lakers and Celts?
Yes.
Are we in agreement that we're going to do the triple shot on camera?
Fine, man.
On camera.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Lakers Celtics.
Yo, I feel so bad. I'm going to miss your shows
right.
next weekend. I done went to the last 7 Willenboro shows and Yo, B, where you at, bro?
Quarter two.
So yeah, quarter two.
You trying to reel us in now?
It's interesting that the confidence, it's because this guy's what you guys are talking about. No, just I know, but it's interesting just to see the confidence merits in the team. So yeah, you're like, I don't think it's gonna go.
That's fine.
Line up.
That's fine. Somebody gotta be the wild card here.
3 triples.
It's all good. It's fine.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna start quarter two as our producer has requested with your response.
Producer extraordinaire.
Producer extra super producer. Y'all think I'm tripping?
Yes.
Why?
What?
Why we think you're tripping over your
About
picks?
yeah.
Like I said, Clippers, Denver, I think are the 2 best teams in the Western Conference. So the Lakers are going to have to see one of them on the path to the Western Conference Finals. I don't think that the Lakers are built to beat Denver because Joker is too much for AD.
Okay.
I think AD is great, but I think AD can't deal with the Joker. So you lose your advantage with AD. And I think overall roster, Denver's better. I think Clippers' overall roster are just better. They do have an advantage with AD, but I don't think the Lakers beat either one of those teams. And now, depending on how the seasons play out, I think that plays a part because the Clippers could be on Denver's side. The way things are currently constructed, they could be on the same side and they can see each other on the path to get to the conference finals. The Lakers could luck up and be on the other side and get there. So I see a path where that can happen, but I don't see the Lakers getting to the finals.
Yo, listen. I know when I was coming up.
Oh my God.
When I was coming up,
I'm gonna cue the music real quick.
In
Go
the
ahead.
streets of Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to Avon Ave, Stratford Place. What's up?
Where your cup at, B? Like,
Red Cup Ran. Oh shit.
It feels like we should have music in the background.
There was something called Sherm back when I was growing up. Now there's some shit called K2. The shit you saying, the Lakers to make it to the NBA Finals, you got to be on a combination of Sherm and K2, bro. To say that you think the Lakers are going from a play-in team, because we agree that they're going to be a play-in team, right?
They were close last year.
They're going to be a fucking play-in team.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that they are making it to the NBA Finals. If they make it to the NBA Finals, B, I will come in with my shirt off.
Why?
I'm sure the ladies want to see that. I'm gonna come in with my shirt off. I'll do 100 push-ups.
You won't.
And-
How long? It's going to take you at least 2 episodes to get 100 hundo in.
I say 6
6 what?
episodes.
To get a hundo in?
You wildin'.
I'm offended.
You haven't done 100 push-ups
I did
in your
100 push-ups
life.
yesterday. I did 250 clips.
That's a lie. He's lying.
I did 250 clips.
That is cat.
On some D-Block shit. This is D-Block. That's the shit I be listening to in my garage. Don't start. Listen, this is Red Cup Rand, y'all. Listen, B, I love you. You're a really logical dude.
I am.
You're a really, really logical dude.
To a fault.
This is to a fault. Your Lakers allegiance is to a fault. Bron is one of them.
I'm not.
He's one of them. But LeBron has to go against a couple teams that have people that have like my game times 10.
Okay.
I hope it's at least can't be.
Kawhi and Joker are me in an NBA form.
Naturally.
No.
Don't get hung up in it. Yeah, don't even get hung up in
You
it.
see, I ain't say shit. I just let it go.
Just let it go.
But there's no way that they're making the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Like,
I think conference finals. No, NBA.
Come on, B. Come on, B.
Is there,
Come on, they don't have enough shooting. Like,
I'm not gonna change my pick just because you.
So what's quarter 2?
Yeah, what's quarter 2?
Thank you.
Let's go to quarter 2, bro, because you wilding on quarter 1.
Quarter 2 is Doc Rivers and we
boy is ass.
Shit. But Doc Rivers and JJ Reddick seem I don't believe Doc even responded, but JJ Reddick
flamed him.
Did on ESPN First Take. I'm glad he's back, by the way. Took too long for him to get back on the show, but anyway, I digress. JJ Reddick has some harsh words, true words for Doc Rivers, saying he always makes excuses. It's never any, and I quote, never any accountability for this guy. To which Doc Rivers' son, Austin Rivers, said there has been accountability. Every time his team doesn't get the job done, he wind up losing his job, and he has to go find another job. I think both of them have very valid points, and I don't think Austin Rivers was going to bat for Doc just because that's his dad. He had some very valid basketball points, and he made a lot of sense. And I really don't know whose side I'm picking right now. So I'll go to Ray to start this off. And what side are you on as far as the Doc Rivers, Austin Rivers, JJ Reddick triangle?
I think obviously JJ got some personal. When I played for you, something happened where I don't like you. Because the ultimate, paying, he got fired. I did a bad job, but we had a 3-1 lead. We blew the 3-1 lead. I got fired.
And you say
I'm with the Sixers. We didn't get to the NBA Finals. I got fired. That is
the ultimate accountability, right?
Ultimate accountability. You
Okay.
didn't do what was expected of you, and you lost your job. That's accountability. Forget it, regardless of what you felt like. If Doc came out and said, "Yo, I don't feel like it was my fault," or "It was my fault," you lost your job. It is accountability.
I don't
Like
believe so.
I
Right,
did my job. I did my job. I didn't do it to the level that you expected me to do it to, and I lost my job. That is accountability. I lost my job. And I think there's been times where with the Clippers, where they were up 3-1 against Denver in the bubble or whatever, and they lost their lead.
Yeah.
All right, that's on you. You know what I mean? That's on you. You didn't get the job done. You're up 3-1, you're supposed to close the deal, you had a better team.
Mm-hmm.
Last year with the Sixers, Boston was predicted to win that series. They lost that series, but Boston walked into that series as the heavy favorites to knock off the Sixers. You know what I mean? I knew the Sixers was up 3-2 and they had an opportunity to pull off the upset, but the Boston was the favorites to knock them off. You can argue, should he have lost his job in that scenario? But accountability, I lost my job.
Ray, that's not accountability.
Let me go.
How
for a
not?
second. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not accountability. It is to an extent. I'm not going to go out
That's
and say
the
it's not.
ultimate accountability.
I'm gonna explain myself. It's not the ultimate accountability. It's a form of accountability. And then it just offsets itself because he gets another job. And another job.
That's not his fault.
And another job.
That's not his fault.
And another job. And another job.
How can something offset something that is complete? Hey, B, you worked at whoever and they decided that, you're not doing a good enough job, so we're going to fire you. So should you not go find another job? Someone else is going, I'm assuming that you're going to find employment somewhere else after you lose your job. So that takes away the accountability.
Another job is one thing. And if I get fired from one job and go to a totally different job that doesn't have anything to do with that field, then that's fine. Once you keep getting fired from jobs within the same field, word's going to travel, and you ain't going to get that job no more.
But
that's accountability.
Typically, when you have a job, you go to school. You went to college, right? You went to college. You got you had a major and you got a job within the field that you went to school for, right? Most people, at some point in time, you left a job on your own accord or because of the job decided they want to go in a different direction. You typically stay in the same field, right? You typically don't jump fields. You typically stay in the same field.
Right,
I think that is accountability.
Right, can I give you a personal?
That's the ultimate account. I lost my job.
Right, I used to work in a hospital back in the day. This is like 20 years ago. And I was knocking off a chick on every floor in the hospital.
Patience?
No. Okay, no.
Hopefully,
right.
Hopefully not patient.
Right, I was knocking off doctors and nurses on every floor in the hospital.
Right.
And I ended up getting fired for it.
Okay.
It wasn't a violation of any sort of policy for the company I worked for at that time. It was just because my name was ringing too many bells around the hospital.
Right.
They fired me. Like they said, they took me in a room. They said, Duran, you are bigger than the department. You knocking off too much work. Like, we got to let you go. That wasn't accountability that I got fired.
Why is it not accountability?
Because I didn't do anything wrong.
All right.
I can't help that I was that bull.
What did that?
I'm explaining to you. You said getting fired means you're taking accountability.
In this particular instance,
It's the same shit.
I'm a head basketball coach.
Yes.
You're grading
I was the head man.
You're grading me upon what the expectation for the team I'm coaching does.
I was Doc
my
Rivers
job
in the
is to get to the finals, or my job is to get this team to the
My
playoffs,
job was to
whatever
serve
it
those
may be.
patients.
I didn't achieve I didn't exceed your expectations or meet your expectations, and you decide to fire me because of such. How does that equate to What you talking
It
about?
doesn't.
It
And
does.
you were not Doc Rivers of the hospital.
I was.
You were Ime Udoka of the
No.
hospital.
Well, I
Like,
was
what are you
I was
talking
the
about?
coach of the hospital. It was my job to make sure people got fed, right?
So you was feeding people.
I was knocking shit down. I was that bull. But when they fired me, I didn't do anything wrong. Just because you get fired doesn't mean you did something wrong. That may mean that they want to go in a different direction. That's not accountability.
So what's
that
the
may be
definition
a
in his
change
situation?
of direction.
In his situation,
Doc's situation.
what is the
Yes.
definition of accountability to you for him?
I don't think Doc has ever come to the forefront and said, yo, as the leader of this organization, as the coach of this team, I fucked up.
Word.
When
That's accountability.
give me an
is
example when you've
let me,
seen
let me
it.
say, I don't see it. I agree
not
with JJ.
from him, from other coaches. When have you seen someone lose their job for coaching
I've seen-
and walk in front of a microphone and say, I didn't do a good when
Sure.
do you rarely see that?
You know, because a lot of them are alpha males and a lot of them are toxic.
I'm just saying, so why is that the
I think
expectation for
Popovich,
Doc?
I've heard Popovich and Phil Jackson say, I need to do a better job coaching my team and getting my team ready. That's
Pop ain't lost his
accountability.
job.
But listen, that's accountability when you come and say, you know what? They were a better team today. They were more prepared. I need to go back to the drawing board and get my team more prepared. That's accountability. Doc has never,
Give me
never
an example of a head coach in a professional sport
Popovich.
who has lost his job and has walked in front of a microphone and said,
lost
I
his
have
job.
where?
Lost his job.
Avery Johnson. Avery Johnson.
Which job did he lose?
Mavericks.
That-
But he is a very accountable man.
The Mavericks
Mark
job.
Jackson has said many times he understood why he lost his job in Golden
He
State.
shouldn't have lost his job.
He shouldn't have, but he said he understood why.
Maybe it
because
was some
he-
stuff outside of
But he
basketball.
had-
But in regards
he
to
admitted
coaching, he shouldn't have lost his job. He did a great job.
Right,
in
we
Golden
agree
State.
with that. It's politics. His whole religious beliefs and all that kind of stuff with Golden State. He said, "I understand why an organization doesn't want to attach to me, but I'm living my purpose. Like this is my purpose. What I want to drive with my religious beliefs." He has never gone on TV and ever said like, "Oh, they're overlooking me," or you
Yeah.
know,
You
never,
can't.
never.
That's because of the logistic aspect. You go out there and you say that, now you never get a job.
And he ain't never getting a job regardless.
He's not.
But so whose side are you on? JJ?
JJ fucking Reddick.
Whose
I'm
side
on
you
Doc's
on?
side.
You on Doc's side? He's a Doc.
Get the fuck outta here.
He's
What?
a Doc guy.
Shout out to
Bro,
Doc. Shout
JJ
out.
was talking all facts, bro. JJ was talking all facts.
All right.
Yo, you
That
going
was
listen?
wild
Let me tell you.
hate.
Can
That
we
was wild
talk
hate.
about? Yo, I just watched Color Purple. I just watched the new Color Purple. And
you
I want to say,
talking about?
listen, that shit was fire. Fantasia, boo. Yo, Fantasia was in that. Listen, and I watched the old Color Purple. The way that they did this new Color Purple was fire. I don't know why my culture is disrespecting it.
I don't
The
like-
new
I
Color
don't like
Purple.
musicals.
I know B was like, yo, that shit is on HBO Max because B is my man. I love him and I be following his shit. But B was like, yo, it's on HBO Max in a month. That shit was fire. But let's talk about this for a second. The way that Doc Rivers did, my man, what's his Adrian Peterson, whatever his name is. What's his name from the Bucks? They got fired.
Adrian Griffin.
Yo, the way he got done, Doc, yo, you shouldn't have done that, my boy.
Why that was on Doc?
Come on, bro.
Doc has came out and said,
No,
"Yo,
man.
he told the Bucks that I don't
Right,
know why you guys are
right,
doing
right.
this.
If you want-
why are you guys doing this
No,
at this
man.
particular moment? I don't understand why
That's
you
what he
guys
said,
are
yo,
doing
you
it.
don't do that, bro. You don't. It's a fraternity, bro. Like we all here.
That wasn't
like,
on Doc.
Right. If you divorce your wife tomorrow, I wouldn't go get with her the next day.
That got nothing to do.
Come
with
on, bro.
what
It's the
we're talking
same
about.
thing, bro. Like it's a fraternity.
I
like you don't go do
understand.
that, Doc.
I
You don't do
understand.
that, bro.
I understand
many-
what you-
and Doc is saying, oh, he asked him, why are y'all doing this right now? Then take a stand, bro. Be a fucking man.
Somebody
Like, yo,
gonna get this job. Why not me?
yo, come on, man. And now he complaining about the job.
That's kind
They
of.
just won a big game yesterday.
It's kind of wild for.
B, come
for-
on, B.
listen. It's kind of wild for somebody to say, "I don't know why you doing this, man. This dirty, but let me go ahead and sign
Yeah,
this
come
contract."
on, B. Come on.
That shit is crazy.
Come on, bro. You don't. I would never do that, bro.
Black
It's
men
the
don't get
fraternity.
those kind of jobs.
Right.
And I'm
He's
glad he
getting
took it.
paid. For one, he got bought out from his previous contract. He's broadcasting, getting money. Now it's not like he hurting for money. Like,
Listen,
yo,
shit.
that's
You gonna
another.
hate on the black man getting to a bigger bet. Shout out to Doc for getting to this money.
Hold on. Hold up.
Shout out to Doc
Hold
for
on,
getting
hold
to
on,
this
hold
money.
on, hold on.
guys,
dip.
guys,
Hold up.
Sincerely,
I'm not.
you can't talk over each other.
I'm not. Again, you know me. All day long, every day of the week. That's what I'm about. I'm not about a black man getting a job at expense of a black man losing his job the way Adrian Griffin lost his job. That was some sucky shit. I don't know. I don't care how people slice it. I don't care if Doc throwing the organization under the bus after he already signed the contract, talking about, oh, this is so hard. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Shut the fuck up, Doc. Like, you're tripping.
They were the second seed.
Would you rather Steve Nash take the job?
I'd rather Adrian Griffin keep the job.
The Bucks were deciding to fire Adrian Griffin, right? And they offered the job to Doc. Would you rather Doc say no and they give the job to Steve Nash or somebody else? That would you rather? Because that's what would have happened.
That's a fair point. I didn't want any of it to happen.
But the organization has decided we're moving on. Doc, you can take it. We're going to offer to somebody else, and it's probably not going to be someone who looks like you.
Okay, that's fine. But it's still bullshit. And with that, we got to go into halftime. This has been a wild ass edition of High IQ basketball so far. We'll be back for the third quarter.
Love y'all. You're
after a word from our sponsor. This is halftime, and halftime is sponsored by If You Know, You Know Trivia Games. This is a trivia game created by a great friend of mine and friend to the show, Saquon Gillette. If You Know, You Know is a 90s to 2020s hip-hop and R&B trivia game. Is created by Saquon Gillette. As I said, it's Star Corner Production, Star Corner Games, and it's the game you never knew you needed. Guaranteed to have you singing, dancing, laughing, and reminiscing. You'll probably learn something too in the most fun way ever. It's for ages 13 and up. Because you know, with hip hop, we have explicit lyrics. But yeah, if you know, you know, trivia game. Get it on Amazon and wherever games are sold. That is our halftime sponsor. And we are back. This is High IQ Basketball with Brian Isley and Raymond Byrd and Ran. You heard? We're headed into the third quarter, and it's very interesting to me. Anthony Edwards, who is my favorite young player right now. My favorite young player is a young superstar on the rise.
I've never heard one of my.
I said it a couple times, but anyway, yeah. He said in a recent interview, that Kevin Durant is his GOAT. And I think we're starting to blur the lines between what is GOAT and what is your favorite player. There's no way in hell. And Kevin Durant is one of the all-time greats, first ballot Hall of Famer and all that. He's nowhere near the GOAT conversation. And stuff like this perpetuates a propaganda and it gives other people a reason to crown Kevin Durant the GOAT when he's not. And it's not close. It's the same thing, same situation with who Jabari Smith. Was it Jabari who said that?
It was somebody else. It was the bull from young bull from Charlotte.
Okay, that said that Brandon Miller said that Paul George was his GOAT. Yeah, and that started a friend. Yes, I don't think he's stupid. The statements are stupid.
No, he might be stupid too.
The statements are stupid because Paul George is not the GOAT. Paul George is as far away from KD
Paul
as
George
KD
might not be first ballot.
He's not a top 10 small forward in NBA history.
But do you think you think there's an issue with players and casuals and fans alike just saying who their GOAT is as opposed to just saying who their favorite player is?
I think there's some duality in it. I think you're disrespecting Naughty Dome.
You disrespecting him by calling him Naughty Dome.
I mean, his shit.
I coined the phrase.
You did.
I coined the nickname,
and I follow you on all social media outlets, and I'm just following what you're saying. And I don't agree with what you're saying. I think you're really harsh against Naughty Dome.
So I think Kevin Durant is legit. There's a legit path for him to be the GOAT.
I think Kevin Durant is a top 5 small forward all time.
That's not the question.
Top 5 small forward means
so
that you're what?
That means you're conversation. That means you're top. Kevin Durant is top 25 NBA all time.
All right, so GOAT is 1. Top 25 is top 25.
So is he my GOAT? No. Can I understand how in Anthony Edwards?
How? There's no path for Kevin Durant, resume-wise, or what he's done on the basketball court to ever anoint him as the greatest basketball player ever. There's no path.
I have no argument against you. I agree. I submit.
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. Anthony Edwards, bro, listen, bro, you sound crazy, bro.
You was about to agree with him.
I tried to, bro. I tried to. But you sound nutty as hell saying that nut ass shit.
Were you just playing devil's advocate?
I tried.
Just for the sake of it?
I tried because Naughty Dome is top 25. But to say he's the greatest, he's my GOAT is wow. Kevin Durant can't, to say he's my GOAT is wow. I mean, you can't. Listen. You know what? No, fuck that. I'm about to argue for my man. Hold on, let me bring the mic closer.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Who's the greatest entertainer of all time?
Michael Jackson.
Who's to you?
Probably Michael Jackson.
But some people will say Prince.
Okay.
You can't argue it.
It's a legit argument.
Can't argue it.
It's an argument.
Some people say Chris Brown.
No.
The newer generation, the 25-year-olds today are going to say breezy, easy. They're going to say breezy. The 35-year-olds may say Usher. Easy. Okay. But we from that generation, from that 80s, we seen Prince, we seen Whitney, we seen Luther, Luther, not Luther. We seen that. We seen Michael. We seen him jump up on the stage, stand there for 2 minutes and don't say shit, and all them Asian people fell out in the crowd. We seen that. But you can't knock people for what they seen. Anthony Edwards may have come up in an era where all he watched
Can I interject?
was KD.
Can I interject? He's also watched LeBron. If you watch KD, you also see LeBron, who is greater, better, and played the same position, has more accolades, has a better resume. So you have no excuse to say KD is the best when you see someone play the same position, be better.
I'm learning. You see that? You saw that restraint? You see that restraint, producer?
I saw it.
You saw it? I tried. His game is probably more similar to KD than Bron. He probably doesn't have the physical attributes to do what Bron does on the court, so he probably can't connect with that style of play. But his physical gifts, I think we could all agree, are probably more similar to KD's physical gifts. So I don't knock him saying, because he probably looks at my gifts, my skills, I want to be the next KD. He can't be Bron.
Well,
he don't have the gifts to be Bron.
He don't have the gifts to be KD either. But I get what
that's a conversation.
I get what you're saying in regards to most people. You side with Curry because you can envision yourself being able to accomplish being closer to what Curry is than we're closer to what Bron is at 6'9", is physical, specimen that he is, whatever the case may be. But you still got common sense. You can say, like Bron said, let off with, that's my favorite player versus the GOAT. It's a big difference. KD is my favorite player and maybe someone who I resemble my game after, but look, I got a chance to see LeBron too. LeBron is the best player ever in some people's opinion. You might side with Mike or whatever the case may be, but you got a chance to say, he don't have the excuse of saying, I only seen KD. Well, you seen Bron too, because they kind of overlapped each other, and Bron was much better. So he don't get the excuse of saying KD's the GOAT.
I do get your point, because Ant was born in 2001. So when he was 6 years old, KD entered the league in 2007, and that might have been the reason why he fell in love with the game in the first place. I fell in love with the game because I watched Bernard King play. You'll never hear me say Bernard King is the GOAT.
Right. Your game does resemble Bernard King.
It's just like
that shit is very mid.
Very mid.
Very mid.
Very mid.
Bernard King is not that, but I fuck with you, my man. You are the Bernard King of LA Fitness.
I am.
You are. That shit is very.
I play just like him.
That shit is, I don't like it at all.
I play just like him.
Who's the best female entertainer of all time?
Hey, you play.
Can we stay on topic?
We are. I just want to make a point.
He told me who I play like. I'm going to tell you who you play.
Like Boris Diaw?
Kevin Duckworth.
What? Kevin Duckworth, he wasn't 3-and-D like me.
That's a disrespect to
Kevin Duckworth wasn't 3-and-D like me.
You not 3-and-D.
I'm with Trevor Ariza.
Damn it. Would you,
Can we not do this?
would you guys agree with the statement that like the GOAT conversation has to be something to do with just hard, cold facts? Right? Like
Yeah,
stats
it has
as well.
everything to do.
If you're gonna say GOAT, you have to. The stats have to back.
First
it
of
up.
all, and I agree 100%, Neil. First of all, we use the term way too loosely.
Right.
That's got to stop. GOAT should be Mike Braun, Mike. That's the only
Can I offer
debate
some
to
resistance?
be had.
Can I offer some resistance?
What?
I was having a conversation, with Dev Greer
Yeah.
and Alex. Tall Alex,
Okay.
6'7" redhead.
Yeah, I know.
You know Al.
Yes.
They told me that Tatum is their daddy.
What?
Can
He's accomplished nothing.
We could pause that, right?
No, we can't. Listen.
On behalf of them.
No. I'm telling you, I had a conversation with them yesterday, and they said that Tatum is the light-skinned representation of their GOAT, their all-time daddy.
He's
I say,
accomplished
yo,
nothing.
But I'm like, yo, did y'all just throw Steph away?
Right.
Y'all just threw Wardell away?
But Tatum fits, like you say, like you go after what fits your game. Tatum fits both of their games.
Because neither one of them are even remotely close to Steph.
Right.
But neither one of
Tatum
them are
fits
remotely
their
close to Tatum either.
facts in real life, but I can get
But Tatum
how,
is their daddy.
I get how Tatum fits like what they will want to be or that could be their goals. Like, yo, I can be like that.
But it's still stupid.
That's crazy. I don't know why you think. Listen.
There's only 2 players that should have a GOAT tag.
Kareem, throw 3.
Okay, 3.
No. You can't say 2, bro.
Okay, 3.
You can say one.
Legitimate debates
Yes.
is Bron, Mike, Kareem. I know people going to throw Kobe in.
Yo,
Listen to me.
no. My father's 75 years old.
And he'll say Will.
He is going to say Dr. J.
Dr. J.
What? Stop it. Stop it. It's not even
Brian,
close.
I argue
Dr.
with my
J is
dad.
not in that combo.
Bro, my father will argue. And Bill Russell, Wilt, and Dr. J. He's 75 years old. So he was following that shit before it became, he will argue with me. He said, yo, y'all young dudes don't know shit. And Dr. J was Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan when he was in the ABA. Wilt and Bill Russell are fucking shitting on Shaq and Hakeem. He will argue it, and y'all wouldn't like it. When he said, my father said right there, y'all wouldn't like it. But my father will make a compelling argument.
They get their boots smoked in the league.
Right, they have the accolades, though.
They get their boots smoked in the league.
You said accolades. Bill Russell got like 9 chips, bro.
He got 11.
11.
I don't want to
He
get
won like 6 in a row.
In the league where there was 10 teams.
Yeah, exactly. We can't get into an argument with too far in the past. We've talked about this in the past. Like it's just
Modern
different
era versus older
generations.
era.
It's just
Yeah,
tough.
I
It's just
agree.
tough.
It's 10 teams in the league.
You gotta say my father's 75.
Yeah.
So it's not a relevant conversation.
Yeah, it's
my
tough.
father think Kumo D is the greatest rapper of all time.
Right.
So you pretty much just laying out the case that your father be bugging.
Right.
He bugging, bro.
That's where you just
Get it?
old
He's
from the hood.
That's where you get it from.
He's stuck where he at.
He older from the hood.
I understand all that. We
Yo,
got
Kumo D was one of them.
Kumo D. We got eyes. You got. I'm assuming you got 2020. I know I got 2020.
Y'all ain't got
He got 2020.
I got 2020. You got like 2040. Just shut
I
the hell
think
up.
me and you are similar.
Can I get to my point?
Sure.
We can see the evolution from the 40s to the 60s to the 60s to the 80s to the 80s and 90s and now. We can see that. Dr. J ain't fucking with none of these dudes. Are you kidding me? Matter of fact, Dr. J, quiet as kept, wasn't even messing with his contemporaries, his peers. He wasn't messing with them. Listen to me. He went to what? 4 finals as the man. He won 1 championship. And the only reason why he won that championship is because MVP Moses Malone got traded from Houston to Philly. And Moses won the MVP that year that the Sixers won the championship. He lost to Bill Walton in a 49 win Portland Trailblazers after being up 2-0 in the 1977 finals. He lost to a rookie Magic Johnson in 1980. And then in 1982, Magic Johnson came back and beat his ass again.
Yeah, you're a real one. You're a real one. I can't fuck with you, son.
That is,
Let me pour his drink. I'm his bartender.
It's called high IQ for a
Yeah,
reason.
I'm your bartender.
I know what I'm talking
I'm your
about.
bartender.
And we got to head in a quarter number
yeah.
4. You
you gonna
tripping.
pull your drink away?
No.
You
tripping.
see how he did? I can't pour your drink.
You tripping. Pour my drink when I'm going into the next time.
Yo, that's crazy. Why can't I?
We headed into the fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter is Allen Iverson was on a big podcast with Shaq, and Allen Iverson said that in today's game, he can score 43 points per game.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah, we've been recording.
I need you to understand right now. I understand where AI is coming from, and it's just going to go back to me because it's the narcissist in me. If AI can average 43 or 41 or whatever in the NBA today, right now, I don't know why y'all argue that I can average 12. Because I agree with AI. I think that this bullshit, AI could average fucking 40 points a game. AI shot 30 times a game. You gave me 12 shots a game. And you know what? I didn't even let you tee this off. I'm sorry. I know this is your show. You got tea, so who should go? I'm sorry.
You went. You already went.
I'm going. I go. Red cup, red. Hold up. Let me get it.
What the? Oh.
Red cup. You heard? Listen, if AI is going to average 40 in this league on 30 shots, B, if you give me 10 shots, I'm clapping shit. I'm averaging 12 points a game, bro. Listen, AI in this current NBA that plays no fucking defense at all.
Here we go.
Yo, it don't, bro. Luka had 70. When I was watching the whole game, bro, they was just letting this guy make layups, this goofy shit. Yo, AI make it where he averaged 40? No. Do I think AI could probably have like an 80-point scoring game with the way how explosive he was? AI could probably get 80, 90 in the game.
But that's not the question, though. The question is, would he average 43 points per game? And the answer is, hell no. And if he does...
AI, you wildin', my boy. I know you from, Norfolk or whatever you from.
And if he
news, you wildin'.
And if he does, it'll be on 43 shots. He was one of the most inefficient superstars of all time. There's 2 seasons in AI's career where he shot a 38% and 39%, respectively. Not from three-point land, from the field.
So you don't fuck with AI?
No, I do. I think he was one of the biggest icons, culture guys in the history of the league. And he was a dog. He is. I know he was an icon. I also know he shot 38% from the field one year and 39% from the field another year.
He averaged 1 3-pointer.
That's egregious.
Listen.
That's egregious. He averaged 26.7 for his career.
B, come on, dab me up. Don't leave me hanging with your Gatorade 1-0. Come on, man, dab me up. I'm with you, bro. I don't think
he's not.
Think AI was that. I don't think AI was
disgusting.
That shit's disgusting, bro. You violating right now with that zero shit, bro. And you wouldn't even let me pour your drink up and shit. Like,
y'all,
that's funny like that.
Y'all both tripping today.
That's crazy.
Yeah, funny like this.
Y'all wilding, man. I'm glad Neil here, boy.
Right.
Can I go? I'll be
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, what are your thoughts about the AI thing?
AI ain't averaging 43 a game. All these old motherfuckers that be coming on and talking about, yo, in today's league, I would average 40 or Mike would average 50. Today's player is better. Mike ain't shoot 3-pointers at this clip. AI ain't shoot 3-pointers at this clip. These guys is averaging the points they average because they can shoot from 30 feet at a high efficiency rate. Like Mike and these guys could not do that. Right. So no, I mean, here's the real argument, right? If you take Bron and KD and these guys today and you take them back to Mike's time, they would be special. Like Mike at that time, 6'6", athletic guard was different. It was special. Like, oh shit, this guy's 6'6", and he could play like a guard. He can play on the perimeter. What if you take 6'10", 6'11" KD and put him back during that time? It would be, you never seen it before. So I think,
what are you saying?
I'm saying that all what they saying is complete bullshit.
I think KD back then would be what?
I think he would be a god. He would be Mike. He would be Mike. If you take Ant and you put him back during that time, he would be Mike's rival because the talent is superior today. Back then, 6'6" guard who was athletic was special. 6'6" guard is in his sporta.
Yeah.
You go to a Sporta today and you go walk in the gym and you'll see a 6'6" guard in there who can jump out the building. And the NBA, that was special back in the day. That's not special today. That's regular.
Yeah.
You see that dude on in the Sporta and he ain't go to college. He ain't play college ball.
Yeah. I tell them all the time. Or my height. They're like, oh, you play. I'm like, dude, I'm like, no, I could not be in the end. That's insane. I'm 6'5". I'm nothing.
Everything they saying is cap. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Today's basketball player is much better than yesterday's basketball player.
Agreed.
And you take these guys and you take them back to that time, they dominate.
Yeah.
Mike will have real rivals. You take Mike in this time, don't get me wrong, Mike will still be great. I think he would make the adjustment. He would shoot the tray ball and all that stuff. But he would have, what Mike had to do, he could deal with KD and all these other great basketball players on an everyday basis. Mike was God back then because you didn't have no rival. You didn't have no guy who was close to talent-wise. Your God-given was special back then.
I'll tell you what
six athletic guard is regular today.
I'll tell you what he would do. He would struggle, especially defensively. He'd be fine offensively because everything is open. The lane is wide open because of spacing. So Mike would have a field day with hit the game because he would get to the rim and he finish and he get to the free throw line and all that. Mike would still average his 30. Defensively, he's getting smoked. He's getting smoked by Ant. He's getting smoked by Ja. He's getting smoked by KD. He's getting smoked by Tatum, Brown, Curry, Braun. He's getting smoked by all these dudes, every single one of them. I seen Rex Chapman put 40 on that man and talk shit the whole time. I seen Grant Hill cross the shit out of Mike. I seen Kobe, young Kobe.
Right.
Just got off the prom with Brandy Kobe. Fast break by himself. Split Mike and Scotty. Hammer time. Mike said, hell no. You got him. And then when they switched off and Kobe and Scotty guarded Kobe got the ball and shot a 3 in his face. Kobe was with all smoke immediately with those guys. And that wasn't even peak Kobe. Wasn't even close. Mike gets abused defensively. I seen Larry Bird, old bad back from mowing the lawn, Larry Bird, post up Mike and give that man 40. Could you imagine what KD or Bron would do? Are you kidding me? Like it's not even a question for me. The evolution of the game today is far superior than what we saw in the 80s and the 90s. Just like my man Mike Peake be saying, we done with the 80s. Right. That shit was trash for real.
Compared to today.
Compared to today,
it's almost a compliment in a way, right? Because we're saying that because of what Mike and these greats did, younger players saw what they did and realized there was more.
Exactly.
And then went for that.
100%.
So you build
primarily with the Dream Team when the whole world saw them. And they said, oh, this is the peak. This is what the cream of the crop is. And the whole world got better after that. So credit to them for pushing the game along and making the game better. But now the game is better. And they will get cooked. Mike gets cooked.
It's a false narrative.
Yeah, it's crazy that AI said it. Right.
To think that the old players will come in today's league and be better than they were, and not to think that these new, better, improved basketball players can go back in the day and dominate.
Well, also to Rand's point, somebody asked him that question. You know what I mean?
Right. I understand.
Somebody asked that question. You're a man. You're like, hey, I dropped 40.
AI just made, he just did simple maths, which actually kind of surprised me. He said, the pace is quicker. They get more possessions, and he calculated it by 10. And he said the pace is higher by 10, and his highest points per game average was 33 points per game. The year Kobe won the scoring title, averaging 35. So he was like, I'm just going to up it by 10. Since the pace is up by 10, I'm going to up it by 10 and say I'll average 43.
False, Mike. Go ahead.
I'm working on being a better podcaster.
Jesus.
I'm working on being a better man. So I'm taking it all in, no pause. I'm taking
Taking it all in.
I'm taking all of this in.
Taking
The
it
full
all
load.
in.
I'm taking a full load of everything.
God damn.
A full load of what everybody's saying. B, you have a load. Ray has a load.
What?
Our super producer has a load. I'm taking it all in. No pause. You know, I just poured you up some thug passion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Go ahead with your point.
I don't know if I have an argument against
Yeah, it's tough.
anything you're saying.
All right.
It's tough.
I'm not going to argue just to argue. You know, I love to argue.
I
just to
know.
argue. I do believe that the players today are just so much more physically gifted.
Is there? I was gonna ask. No, is there somebody?
I'm trying to really. I'm trying. Super producer. I don't want to say nothing crazy because
you.
Mike is that guy. But everything y'all just said, I cannot argue against. Like right, like I can't. He's playing against fucking Mitch Richmond and Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Like you know, like this era. Like who? What I would rather have a conversation about? Who's your GOAT? Who's your GOAT?
Right.
Who's your GOAT?
Well, yeah,
Let's talk about that because
which episode 1 we already did. But I will say, yeah. What do you think? Who's the most likely player you think would be able to evolve? I think we kind of talked about this, but I don't
Likely player to what?
Yeah, to evolve with the game. Like if you had to pick somebody, probably still
From
Back in the
then.
day?
Yeah, like well, probably someone who's even still alive, right? Who would have made this statement? Like
I'll
that-
tell you.
That's an interesting.
I'll tell you whose games translate. First person that comes to mind, translating from back then to now, as far as skill wise, at the point guard position, is Isaiah Thomas.
yeah,
Isaiah translates. I
Yeah.
think Ray has said that many times. We had
Yeah.
conversations with, and Zeke translates. I think Zeke would be better today than he was back then.
yo, Mike translates.
Mike does translate.
Mike translates big time. Magic translates. Magic averaged fucking 20 assists a game
I don't know about
on the
Magic.
right team.
I don't know about Magic. I
Wow.
don't know about Magic. AI translates. I don't know about Magic.
I don't even think AI really.
I think AI.
I don't think AI shoots are good enough.
Hold on, because we only have 40
Listen,
seconds.
The scoring one translates in today's game. Does he have to learn to shoot the ball from distance better? Absolutely. But AI can shoot the basketball. What's he?
Yo, Magic
What
was
name a player who translates real quick?
Mike.
Mike.
unconventional.
Name a player.
Mitch Richmond. I'm trying to go unconventional.
Right.
Mitch Richmond would average 25 a game in this league. Facts.
The late great Drazen Petrovic.
Sure.
translates.
Give me another one. Come on, let's keep going.
Glenn, we only got 5
Ooh,
seconds.
Glenn Wright's to go. Tim Hardaway.
And one more for me. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
He will go.
Play
Yo, Tim Hardaway would kill in this NBA.
That's interesting.
I know. Tim Hardaway would kill in this NBA.
And we got to go into overtime. Y'all came up with the overtime
What we doing?
while I was running a little bit late.
What we doing?
So
I think for the OT.
Can I pour your poison up?
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Come on, let's pour your poison, man. We need some poison. Are we recording?
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, this is what's called dead air.
For the OT, our topic was when you
I can edit this out. That's fine.
when you meet a John, right?
Let's talk about it.
When you meet a John, right?
I met Mitty.
And y'all get to that conversation. Eventually, y'all get to that conversation, right? Y'all get to the conversation. How many bodies you got, right?
Oh shit.
What's too many bodies? That when she give you that answer, what's the answer that, yo, it's too many? Neil, you in the streets. Neil, you in the streets. So you meet 35-year-old Karen, right? She's beautiful.
Wow.
Karen's beautiful.
I gotta have a Karen.
Yeah,
All right.
I gotta have a Karen, bro.
It's
Karen's
February. We're
beautiful.
fine.
Nice looking blonde too. Nice looking blonde, nice rack, everything. She top tier, right?
Right.
You done met her, you done went out with her a couple of times, whatever, and y'all finally had that conversation. How many bodies she got, right? She 35, never been married,
Ooh, okay.
never been married. And she tell you, well, I got 25 bodies. Yo, what's your number that number's like, yo, that's too many.
I was gonna say-
can't wife you.
That's interesting because you said never been married, so I would think her body count would be higher, right? I just so 25. I'd be like, that's actually kind of weird. You said that. I was like, that makes sense, maybe. in a weird way. It's I'm like, all right,
bodies
good
for
for you.
a
It's a
female.
lot, I guess. I don't know. Your question is what's a lot, right? I'm kind of like, I don't know. I guess that makes sense. Like, if
What's
she,
your number though? So
my number?
When she say the number, what's the number that you hear that you like? Hey, nah, I'm a hit, but I ain't wifing her.
Oh, hip and not wife. I don't think I've ever thought about this, man.
There
I come
might
from
not be
all
a
ladies, bro. I might not have a number, bro.
Because
I never thought about it.
what if there isn't a number? What if the content matters, right? Who is on that list? If it ain't nobody you knew, nobody you rock with, nobody who is in your circle, nobody you come in contact with, do the number matter?
Right. For one, I want to start by saying I don't like this score right here. This 96-75 shit is not it. So
It's wild, disrespectful. Because it should be wild.
Get the fuck out of here.
196.
No, this is crazy.
like-
So let's talk about it. Listen. I know, me and Neil, we're not married men. I'm a divorced man, happily divorced.
Right.
If happily very. If I run into a woman that's 35 years old,
Right.
and she tells me she had 25 bodies,
Right.
the minute I have a conversation with her about how many relationships she's been in, I'm not worried about 25 bodies. I want you to be a hoe. I want a hoe. And the hoe you was for those 25 men, I need you to be that times 10 for men.
Pause, right? Just pause.
There's no pause.
Let me
Neil, there's no
press
pause.
pause. Let me press pause. I'm
Okay.
gonna go question in that, right? All right. So she got 25 bodies.
Yeah.
She 35-year-old. She got 25 bodies, right? Now you said you wanted to be a hoe. And I understand why you
Nasty.
wanted to be a hoe. I understand why you wanted to be, right?
Yeah.
But if she a hoe, that means that she a hoe for the day.
Yeah.
She might be Gerald's hoe for tomorrow.
Yeah, but she was Gerald's hoe, but now she's my hoe.
But she's your hoe. If she was a hoe, like
Yeah.
we use the term hoe.
Yeah.
She's a hoe.
I have no problem with
today
saving
for
women.
you. Wow. I'm
I
not
want to save
saving.
women.
Why are you
I have a-
saving?
I have a savior complex.
To wife?
Listen,
Yeah.
the numbers outweigh so much. I don't need, there's what, 5, in today's climate, there's 5 women to every man. I don't need to save you, but I care about what you do for me. The shit that you do for all of those other guys that gave you the legend that you have, you need to do that for me times 10.
Wife.
You could be my wife, bro. Why can't you be a hoe and be a wife? What are you talking about?
'Cause now
You
you
act like
worry-
all these wives out here not hoes.
You worrying about different shit now.
No, I'm
if she
not.
an active hoe, right? And you decide to wife
Be
her.
my hoe.
All right, she's an active hoe. You decide to wife her. Now you gotta really, you worried about her being because she got a history of being a hoe.
I'm not worried about the history. I've been a hoe. We
All
hoeing
men
together.
have- all men
Be
have
my
been
hoe.
hoes.
Be my hoe. Be like, if you going to catch 25 bodies, when you make me 26, you better make me a special 26.
Or she makes you a special 26.
Yeah.
She go above and beyond and make sure you
What's
satisfied.
above and beyond?
right?
Give me some examples.
Whatever. I'm not giving you no examples of above and
What's above and beyond?
I'm just
I don't know
saying
above
that
and beyond.
She taking care of you. You good, right?
Yeah.
That's not stopping her from going for 27, 28, and 29.
Yeah, sure.
So unless you cool with that, you can't wife her.
But when she run into a man like me, she's not going for 26, 27, 29.
If she a hoe,
This is the end for her.
that's the man ego.
Yo, most
That's
hoes
the
are
man
looking for
ego.
end game.
That's the man.
Most hoes wish they could run into a me and Neil. I'll see what producer. They want to run into a, because you know why? Because it's 5-1. And the older you get is listen, let's talk.
Well, we're kind of talking about it, right? We're talking about
Let's
confidence.
talk
again.
about it.
We're talking about confidence.
The older women get, they become a depreciating asset.
Facts.
Men appreciate as they get older.
Facts.
Because an older man could date down and date up. Let
me interject.
Okay.
It depends on your situation as a man
But you
matters.
talking about me and Neil.
Pause. It matters on your situation. What your current situation is as a man, it matters on what you talking about appreciating. If you you ain't got no bread,
Yeah.
you are not appreciating.
But you're not talking about me and Neil. Then you talking about right now in this conversation in this room. Me and Neil, as we get older, there's
Agreed.
more hoes that want us older and younger.
Facts.
Younger. As women age, they depreciate in value.
I agree.
Because the pool shrinks, because more men are getting married and settled down. So as these 5-to-1 women start to date at 45, 46, 47, there's a small pool of them to date from. But as me and Neil age into that, as we start to ascend in our lives, we could date 10 years older and 10 years younger. And both of those hoes gonna want us.
So you ain't got a number.
Yeah,
I ain't got no fucking number.
Neil, you got a number?
I don't think I genuinely do.
So you meet a Joan, Neil, you meet a Joan, she said, I got 40 bodies.
First of all, one, I would say this. Two, and Brian, you've been strangely quiet. It's so crazy.
We gonna get to Brian.
Oh, I know.
Neil,
Quickly.
she said, Karen said I got 40 bodies.
Yeah.
I think you hit it. I think you nailed it. You nailed it in terms of what you want, right? And I think you nailed it that way. Of just being like, hey, what I want is a steady relationship out of this. If that's what you're looking for, and the behavior is indicative of someone who that's abnormal for them, right? That's not in what they're telling you. Then it would be a risk, right?
All
It would
right.
be crazy to do
She's
that.
recovered. Every hoe recovers at some point. Every
Right.
Pause.
I want a hoe.
Pause. Every hoe at some point in time decides that she wants to be a wife, right? Neil, you
Right.
met the hoe.
Right,
She's
right.
recovering.
Okay.
And she says, I got 40 bodies. I got 40 bodies. She's 35. I got 40 bodies. You looking at her as wife, or are you looking at something?
I would say in the modern age, I'm gonna look at her and be very honest with her and be like, hey, I don't know where this is gonna go.
She bad.
Yeah, no, she's bad. No, she has to
Then
be.
bust
I
her
think-
down.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Are
gonna
you wifing her though?
wifing. That's what I'm about to say. Is like it's gonna be a very open conversation about that being maybe not a thing that I would do.
It's a possibility. though.
It's a maybe.
Yes,
It depends
big.
on that behavior.
Big.
B can't answer.
You met
Well,
Keisha. I'm gonna give you Keisha. You met Keisha, right?
Oh, you get Keisha, I get Karen.
You got
So that's
Karen.
interesting.
You met Keisha. She 35. She bad as shit.
For the audio listeners, Brian.
You finally get to the conversation. How many bodies you got? Take a sip first. Take a sip first.
Sit that.
Take a sip before you answer.
Sit that lean.
Brian's
Take
taking
a
his
sip.
time.
Sit that lean.
And she say, I got 40 bodies.
Feels like he's coming up for a half-court shot.
I've never been married. I got 40 bodies. You wifing her? I want to be wifed.
No.
Why?
So you wouldn't wife a woman with 40 bodies.
Why?
I said no.
So you're gonna judge her off of
What's your
sexual
why? What's your why? Let him give his why.
Bitch,
So you're gonna judge her.
you fucked 40 dudes. I'm gonna be 41 and done. I'm out of here. I can't respect you. I don't have. She's turned up her new leaf.
No, but you went crazy though. You went from 20 to 40, my guy.
I'm just
Can you come on,
You
bro?
said 40
20.
don't matter to you though. Let B answer and we'll get back to Brandon.
Oh, please.
40 bodies.
I just did. Listen, first of all, I've never had a body count conversation.
Never?
Never.
This is
Why
what
the
I
fuck
actually.
would you?
This is what I wanted to say. Two questions for this question is one, how dumb is this damn question?
Yeah.
Dudes who ask.
Yeah, bro.
No,
Nobody's
and
asking
Ray,
this, right?
it's not a
I'm
difficult
asking
question.
that
No,
question.
No, you're not.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's a conversation you want to have it. But there is something about men, as we do, of being like, one, if you're gonna ask the question, be ready for the fucking answer. It's that kind of thing.
It never even crossed my mind to ask that question.
Me and Neil are the only two here that's not married. Neil, are you asking that question?
No.
I'm not asking that
Why?
question, right?
You don't want to be
How
disappointed?
many dudes you fucked?
You don't want it to be
I
disappointed?
can tell when you fuck me how many guys you fucked. I can tell.
You know what it is? Yeah, exactly. I would
I
say
can
that
tell how
typically-
many guys you fuck when you fuck me.
typically talking with a lady.
Not necessarily.
It
Yes.
kind of.
You don't know. You've been out the game for 20 years, bro.
Pause.
Yeah.
She could have been with a dude and he could have had a high body count, right? And she could have been trained by this dude who had a high body count. And she come to you, now she's seasoned because she was with a dude who was well seasoned. So she can have a low body count and perform at a high level. Or she could have a high body count and perform at a low level.
Neil,
Oh, you see that as
Neil,
sorry. Go
if the
ahead, Ray.
man trained her from me,
Talk to him, Mike.
if you were trained for me, thank him.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. You trained her for me. You prepared that box for me. Thank you.
You have to-
Thank you.
Edit
You know
that
how
out.
much box I've trained in my life? Like, yo, there's married women today, like Keisha, Letitia, LaShawn, Yo, there's like the same way DMX did.
Karen.
I could do the same thing. That I've trained box for other men. If you want to train my box for me, then you do that, bro. Select.
So
we have to call this all toxic.
Seriously,
you saying account matter for you?
No, it don't.
It does, but it don't. It does if I hear it, but it don't because I never asked.
So you,
I think it's indicative of the behavior.
Asking that question.
Yeah, no, I it's one of those things where I think sometimes us guys just we operate in a way where we're just like we're meeting you and we're present. Like we're just we want to know or we don't want to know. I think you're somebody you're like I want to know.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Listen,
That's nothing wrong with
hold on.
that.
Listen here.
No, this age there was never a place in my life where I cared. So.
I mean,
Right. I want a hoe to be a hoe for me. I want a hoe. Be my hoe.
I'm in the.
Found out I got 40 bodies.
Yes.
And just so happened,
Yes.
my 32nd body was Aggie. That don't matter?
No. Now you
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
Right.
fuck
You
after
didn't
my
ask.
mans.
You didn't
I can't
ask the
fuck-
question.
We only have a
So
little
you
bit of
don't
time
know.
left. No. It's a little bit of time left, and it's an interesting thing, and we can all talk about that. Yeah. So if it's someone you know,
Y'all don't care to ask, so you don't know.
I cannot wife a girl that knocked off my man.
You don't know because you didn't ask.
well, that's a good point. But if you haven't figured it out, I think we can all agree. If you haven't somehow, you wouldn't have to have met her and then not known that she ever met your
would know
guy,
my
like the
social
dude
circle,
is your friend. So it comes down to social circle.
Yeah, if I talk to you and we start talking about the circles that we run in, she would say like, "Yo, I've been in the Ville, I've been in Philly, I've been here," and I would say, "Yo, do you know Ray? You know B? You know Neil?"
No,
and the minute she
wouldn't.
starts, I would ask those questions
Maybe Aggie. You would ask about me. You would ask about me.
because I know
Aggie,
you haven't been in the trenches.
Aggie's in your circle, right? So let's say, for the sake of argument, she done knocked off me.
Yeah.
And she got 40 bodies.
15 years
She
ago.
might have called me at number 11. I didn't knock that joint off. That don't matter.
Ray,
You don't
15
care.
years ago,
Whatever the time frame is.
you've been a married man
Let's
for
say
20
I
years.
was married for 5 years. Let's say
Okay,
it
then
was
no,
6 years
that
ago.
don't matter to me. Like me and Aggie been in the trenches together. If you're a married man, you've been with your lady for 15 years, y'all got a family and all that. If she fucked with you 20 years ago, bro, that shit don't matter to me today.
I mean, what we're kind of talking about is like love. Like if you really hooked up, like, if this chick was really honest with you and she was like, I am trying to turn over a new leaf, whatever the fuck. And then you find out a dude from a long time ago, you kind of want to leave the little space so maybe it does work out. I don't know. Yeah, you're like, yo, maybe this
Bodies
is.
don't matter to me.
I feel you. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna leave it on this note.
Yeah.
First of all, ain't no hoes turning no new leaves.
They do turn new leaves.
Let me close out the show. They don't turn no new leaf. The Chronic track 16. They ain't turning over no new leaf. Number two, don't ask because if you get first of all, they ain't gonna give you the real goddamn answer anyway.
They're not.
And secondly, if they do give you the real answer, you're gonna be reevaluating some shit. This has been. I hate this goddamn question. I hate this shit because I ain't never asked. I never asked to join in my life. You can't, bro.
Because I want to know.
Neil, we can't answer.
I want to know what I'm signing up for.
Never.
I want to know what I'm signing up
And
for.
again, to anybody, it doesn't
I want to
matter.
know what I'm signing up for.
If you want to ask, it's okay.
We got 40 bodies.
I think it's an
Yo, was
honest
my
question.
boy B on it? Was Rand on it? I need to know these type of things.
If a John told you she fucked me, you would stop fucking
I
with her.
gotta close out the show.
You gotta
I'm not
understand, I'm
coming
not
on the
fly
pod-
though. I'm
not.
fly.
I'm not coming on the
She
podcast.
should wanna fuck me.
I'm not
Gotta
coming on the
close out the
podcast
show.
and Rand trash my joint.
But you should wanna fuck after me.
I gotta close out the show.
Close this shit out, bro. We know. No.
For
We
Brian-
knocked off the show shit. No.
For Brian
No.
Isley, Raymond Byrd, Red Cup Rand,
Red Cup.
Silver Producer Neil.
You're
We about to get canceled. This has been High IQ Basketball, the Chronic track 16. If you're going to a baby shower and you need a gift, I have the perfect solution for you. Go to Honeybee Cakes on Macari. Honeybee Cakes specializes in affordable diaper cakes. They make the perfect gift for the new addition to the fam. Search Honeybee Cakes on Macari today. Hey everybody, this is Brian Isley, comedian extraordinaire, asking you guys to download Logo, the Isley album, and Uno, the One Take album. I have 3 albums. They're all on Spotify. They're all on iTunes. They're all on Tidal. Streaming well right now, but I need more support. I need you guys to go and download these albums, man. Download Logo, Laugh or Get Offended. Download the Isley album and download Uno, the One Take album. And they are available where you stream all your music. They're hilarious because I made them. So download these albums today and get your laugh on.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
I'ma have to tie my Nikes for this one. I'ma go for like a quadruple double. We playing a game to win, and greatness come from within. The only time you lose it, the only never begin. Gotta be like the shoes and just do it. The clock is winding down, so now shoot it. If fortune favors the bold, that's why I keep on just winning. If timing is just the essence, then I'ma keep on just spending. I'm worth a couple of bucks, shout out to Antetokounmpo. Dropping in b-ball facts that's seeping into your glucose. Advising like Tony Kukoc, we getting into it mucho. Directing all these plays like my name was Tony Russo. Ballin', that's how we do, so I'm going in for the win. Penetrate the lane like we way back in 2010. I'm stomping straight in my Timbs. The basics just like I'm Tim. I'm dunking on you haters. A poster is where you live. It's magic all in my wrist. Steph Curry, we going swish. It's showtime like the 80s. Basketball is where we live. I'm highly gifted and skilled. I'm going in for the kill. The game is on the line. Raymond Byrd, hey, yo, what's the deal? Pass it to Brian Isley. I bet he probably surprised me. High IQ basketball is a show and it's not a hobby. Playing the game to win, and greatness come from within. The only time you lose it, the only never begin. Gotta be like the shoes and just do it. The clock is winding down, so now shoot it. We playing the game to win, and greatness come from within. The only time you lose it, the only never begin. Gotta be like the shoes and just do it. The clock is winding down.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.